What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andy, the Destroyer, Ruiz. Andy Ruiz has lost 25 pounds, and he's eager to bounce back, says his trainer. Heavyweight contender Andy Ruiz has lost 25 pounds and is currently on the road to making a big return, says trainer Jorge Capatillo. Ruiz has been out of the ring since December of 2019 when he lost his 12-round unanimous decision in a rematch against Anthony Joshua. In June of this year, Ruiz had shocked the world when he stopped Joshua in 7 rounds to capture the IBF, the IBO, and the WBO and the WBA titles. Okay. While he exceeded all expectations in the first fight, of course, it was totally the opposite on the second fight. Okay. And this is what Capatillo had to say. He said, Andy knows that Tyson has also taken care of me and speaks highly of Tyson. They share the same faith too. Andy, like Tyson, is a man of faith and family. We all make mistakes. They have a good feeling for each other. This is what life is about. We make mistakes, we fall down, but we have to get back up and move forward. A fighter never loses because they get knocked down. They lose because they don't get up. I want Andy to prove to himself that it was not a lucky shot because it was not luck. Let me tell you, because Joshua went down but got back up. Joshua didn't run. But you saw what happened. I love to see Andy as a champion again. Okay. He also says that his hunger is back. In the former champion who openly admitted that he partied too much after capturing the titles from Joshua. Andy is a kid. He got distracted now. I can see he is a more calm with his family, and he is getting back on track, especially mentally. He has hunger again. He has tasted what it means to become a world champion. I can see he wants it more. But you have to be willing to sacrifice. So when you're around Canelo, who has this mindset day in and day out, it's a great influence for Andy. His weight has gone down to 25 pounds. He looks very slim. He doesn't want to show up to the Reynosos looking rough. So, looking at this is February 8th. He's lost 25 pounds. Okay, that sounds great. That sounds very impressive. I know how Andy Ruiz looks and what type of performance he gives in the ring when he does have passion and desire, okay, and hunger, when he's hungry, right? But I also seen an Andy Ruiz that can easily be outboxed. I seen that Andy Ruiz was slightly outboxed with Joseph Parker. So it's at this point, it's 2 out of 3. Okay, so the times where he's had trouble or lost, it's been because somebody else had a style that he could not or did not want to put the pressure on and cut off the ring. Yes, it's good to see at least a certain amount that he's lost, because a lot of times they're like, oh, the massive weight gain, or sorry, the weight loss or whatever. And then they can't come with a number that they've seen as progress. What's the one thing you do when you want to lose weight? You buy a scale and then you weigh yourself to see where you're at, right? So then you keep getting on that scale after doing whatever the adjustments you're doing to see if you've lost any or not, to see if there's progress actually being made. Well, that's a good thing. In this case, the progress is finally here. However, here's the problem with Andy Ruiz. You fooled me once, shame on you. You fooled me twice, shame on me. We've been catfished before. Shout out to whoever said that on this live stream today. Okay? We've been catfished, tricked, bamboozled by the appearance or the supposed appearance of Andy Ruiz that's supposed to have this dynamite body and sculpt and ripped and this and that, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. And when he got on those scales in Saudi Arabia, that man was 17 pounds from being 300 pounds. Facts. So he tricked our ass. This does look like a good sign of the 25-pound loss. Yes. So that tells me if you guys have a number that they know where he was versus where he is now, that tells me all that other shit that, oh, he's looking good and he's looking ripped and he's looking shredded. That wasn't that time. That means you guys more than likely was lying then. Right? But we know. So it's up to Andy, I mean, he has to show us that he's lost that weight. And even if he does lose that weight, how will he perform? Will he perform without that weight? Will he perform better? Will he be sluggish? Like rumors were that he was sluggish when he supposedly tried to lose weight. He became sluggish. He became sluggish because his ass was fat. That's why. He was out of shape. He partied too much. And there you go. That's what I think. Now, will Andy have that hunger? Again, we don't really know what Andy's going to do. All we can do and all we do is hear and people talk. I could talk about something that I'm going to do, but there's one thing actually doing it, putting it into motion. Sure, you can speak it, but if it's only words, only utter things that they only mean what you're going to do, and once the words stop meaning anything, that's when deceit happens. We've been deceived before. Counterpunch. We have been deceived before by Andy Ruiz. So they can give us, oh, he lost 25 pounds. I would feel better if they said he lost 27.5, because at least that's an average, that's a realistic number. Say, oh, he's lost 25 pounds. What does that really mean? 23.8? You know what I'm saying? But so again, I like Andy Ruiz's, videos of inspiration, motivation, but I mean, anybody can make certain videos and go hard one particular day to make it look like you've been hard consistently all those days. So we're not in that camp. Is it a good sign that he said a definite amount? Yes. Would I prefer it being a different amount? Yes. But what does it matter when you're turning down fights and we don't know who you're going to fight? Not a damn thing. But one thing I can say, I hope Andy Ruiz has that hunger like people believe he has. And I hope those peers around him, Frank Sanchez, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar Valdez, Ryan Garcia, all these guys give him motivation to keep him in that gym, to keep him there with the rest of the winners. Because I think if he was the only one at the top of the hill with Manny Robles, he didn't really have a desire. But now he does, because he has someone that he can compete against when he sees these other guys and he sees Canelo Alvarez, boom, 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 putting punches to the body and stuff of that magnitude. I think that gives him that type of oomph that he needs. I think that's what it is. Because he's in there and he's not the big fish of the pond no more. Or the gym. He ain't. He won't be. He will be something like it if he's able to get like those guys. But he's in there with winners. That's the whole difference between what he did with Manny Robles and the benefits of being with Reynoso. Right? So, it sounds good, but again, I'm not going to be fooled. Seeing is believing in this situation, and since he's fucked us over one time, I don't put it past him to do it again. That's my counterpunch on this. You guys tell me what you think about Andy Ruiz dropping 25 pounds and eager to bounce back. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.